Department, the office 5th, 2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
In what may be the best week of the entire year, this is really incredible.
Yeah, gorgeous weather across the board, wall-to-wall sunshine. Matter of fact, making today a top 10 day again. I figured I would do that. We got wall-to-wall sunshine today, and overall great conditions for anything outdoors, such as doing some golfing, having a cookout, last-minute summertime cookout. But this morning, it's a cooler start. Temperatures are in the 50s and 40s to start your day in downtown Utica. Of course, we've got gorgeous crystal clear skies early this morning, but some spots are seeing some areas of patchy fog. As usual, that fog will lift. The radar has been quiet and dry over the past few days, and this will still be a common sight as we look ahead to this afternoon. So again, heading out the door today, no umbrella needed. Maybe a light jacket for your early morning. It is still rather cool out, but then that t-shirt weather kicks in with 70s and lots of sunshine. Keep those sunglasses out too today as well. Be wall-to-wall sunshine across the board. We'll see when this great stretch of weather does inevitably come to an end in that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. A tragic start to a...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good Thursday morning, guys. Time now is 5:12. We're getting you set to head out the door this morning on the Munson CommuteCast. First off, a live look, for example, in Oneonta, where we are still yet again waking up to some morning fog. Southern valleys, the fog is trying its best to form east in the Mohawk Valley. I'm taking a live look at our satellite feed right now off camera, but that's really about it with fog. The rest of the area waking up to lots of clear skies. Our traffic tracker early this morning is looking quiet, but again, I want to offer some heads up for some road work being done. So, we mentioned yesterday that I expect a daily closure from the ramp coming off of Route 5 and 12 down onto Campion Road before you head on to Route 8. Head down there yesterday, and the road work was not being done yet, so for now, the road work is being delayed, so we'll let you know when it does start to pick up again. But for now, again, if you're wondering why this road was intended to be closed, but it's open at this point, that is why. But road work is still being done. Actually, before I get to that, though, you can see actually right here, the exit ramp right there is still open. A car is pulling into that ramp as well. But to the other road work area being done right now, we've got the North Genesee Street area, which it ends at 6 a.m. The road closure ends at 6 a.m., but still expect lane reduction and flaggers during the daytime as work is still being done in this area here in North Utica. But again, today, it's a quiet start with areas of patchy fog, similar to yesterday, and then wall-to-wall sunshine by this afternoon with high temperatures climbing into the upper 70s. Absolutely gorgeous weather across the board. Gary?
Eric, thanks again. It's back to school week, and Governor Hochul is reminding everyone.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Thursday morning. It was a gorgeous day yesterday. Expect to be a gorgeous day today, but last night we got to see somewhat of a reddish sunset with some wildfire smoke way out in the distance, not directly over us. And I want to start to explain something real quick. So here's a photo, not of last night, but just of a red sunset over Sylvan Beach. And if you ever wonder, why does the sun turn red when it gets closer to the horizon? Well, here's the reason why. The sun puts out a bunch of wavelengths, which is why it's a usually neutral color in the sky, slightly yellow, but mainly white. It has blue, yellow, red wavelengths across the board. However, blue and yellow wavelengths are shorter wavelengths. They get caught in particles in the atmosphere and scatter a lot easier. And as we see the sun start to set, well, those wavelengths get more and more scattered as the light passes through more and more of the atmosphere, which is why the sunsets usually appear red. So when you have anything that impacts the viewing, such as wildfire smoke, any particles, that adds to that redness, which is why wildfire sunsets were so red and why during the daytime we had that intense wildfire smoke back in June of last year. The sun was orange, almost blood red, even during the middle of the day. But downtown Utica right now, back to our forecast. We've got clear skies across the board and quiet conditions, temperatures in the 50s with comfortable levels of humidity. And with that in mind, the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar is entirely quiet. Well, how long does this dry stretch last? Well, we've got another great day for your Friday. Unfortunately, though, if you have weekend plans, I wish I could keep this weather going, but unfortunately, low pressure and a cold front arrives Saturday, bringing widespread rain and then lingering showers continuing as we head into Sunday. Now, here's a view of what's going to happen. So this high pressure begins to break down. We've got this low pressure off the coast, but it looks to stay out to the east. This is the weather system that's going to impact us, that low pressure guiding along that cold front. And on our Skycast, you can see here, quiet today, temperatures climbing as high as the mid to upper 70s. And then by tonight, quiet conditions, lows falling down into the 50s and 40s. For your Friday, a stronger south wind, slightly more noticeable humidity, but the humidity still remains relatively on the low side. And then following that, clouds will increase overnight. Early Saturday morning, it's dry, but then here comes that cold front, and we're going to be seeing some steady, potentially slightly heavier rainfall rates throughout the day, and then rain showers tapering off by the evening. But notice we still have some lake effect rain taking place overnight into early Sunday. And so your 7-day forecast, we've got sunshine today and tomorrow, rain showers Saturday, isolated rain Sunday from lake effect. It's breezy and it's cooler, high is 62 degrees. Then 65 Monday, we're back into the 70s by the middle of next week. I mentioned yesterday that we'll be seeing a return to quiet weather following this stretch. Unfortunately, though, the rain happened to fall on the weekend. Gary?
Eric, thank you. About 1 in every 50 people here in
News with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And what's the forecast for California? You should be knowing that, right?
I was looking it up. It's actually sunny. It goes. Here's the thing. It goes from 60s on the coast to near 100 as you head up to Sacramento. I have to prepare for dry heat.
You're getting ready for your holiday vacations. You start tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I leave tomorrow. It's going to be about a week. So those of you that, if you hate me, don't worry. I'll be gone for a month, but, well, not a month, but a week. I'll be back on the 16th. So, but yes, final sunrise show for the next week or so. Yeah. Today, though, we've got quiet conditions. In fact, top 10-day category with gorgeous weather, low humidity, and lots of sunshine. Temperatures starting out the day in the 50s and 40s. 51 in Griffith and Rome, 46 in Hamilton, and downtown Utica showing those crystal clear skies all across the board. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Quiet conditions early today, and again, heading out the door, what you can expect, well, again, nothing but sunshine. So keep that t-shirt handy, grab those sunglasses, maybe if you want a light jacket or sweater early this morning that you can take off because it's going to warm up quickly with highs in the mid to upper 70s. So it's going to continue at least this nice weather stretch until tomorrow, but unfortunately weekend, not so much. We'll talk about how that rain shapes up in that full forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks, and don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast, never more than...
Welcome back to Sunrise on this Thursday. We're showing our photo of the day this morning, and this one caught my eye. For one, it's a sunrise photo, and two, this photo was submitted with the name God is Awesome and taken in Oppenheim. Oppenheim didn't get too many photo submissions so far this year, so I figured I would showcase the beauty of Oppenheim early this morning, and what a view that is. The morning fog, the dew on the grass, the blue skies, and of course that early morning sun. So amazing photo If you want to submit a photo like this one, send a link right there on top of your screen, wktv.com/weather/pics. I can't wait for when we start showing more fall pics, for example, fall foliage, as we start to enter that season as well. Well, those temperatures this morning, starting out in the 40s and 50s, 55 in Whitesboro, 51 Hessville, 48 degrees in Little Falls, 48 as well in Inlet, and 46 up in Otter Lake. So it's a cool start today. We'll warm up quickly again, back into the 70s. These days are acting relatively similar. Cool starts, warm afternoons with wall-to-wall sunshine. Matter of fact, we'll see temperatures going from eventually the 40s and 50s to the upper 70s by this evening. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Locally, the Believe 271.
Most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back. We're starting out the day with clear skies, cool temperatures, warming up quickly into the 70s by this afternoon. A live look at downtown Utica right now. We are still seeing those clear skies, and something else I do also want to mention this morning is if you take a look just above the DoubleTree Tower in downtown Utica, you might notice a faint dot. It's hard to see if you're far from the TV. It's right about there. And I was doing some digging off camera trying to figure out what the object this is in the sky. The planets Mars and Jupiter are extremely high up and Mercury is too faint to see. This is likely Sirius, which is the brightest star in the night sky. And it's quite near the horizon right now, so if you're up early and you want to take a look at the brightest star in the sky, you can take a look at Sirius right there, again, in the southeastern view of the sky out to the east. Current conditions sitting at 51 degrees, comfortable levels of humidity, and we'll still see that throughout the entire day today. Across central New York, 40s and 50s, 48 Inlet, 54 Deansboro. To the south, a little cooler, 44 Norwich, 48 Oneonta, and 46 degrees in Cooperstown. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Again, it's a dry start to the day today and a dry afternoon. This rainfall, or at least the lack of rainfall, is going to stick around for the next few days, today and tomorrow. Unfortunately, though, as much as I tried my best to bring in any superpowers to change the weather, unfortunately, we don't have that power, but also we got rain showers arriving on Saturday, and it's a good shot. It's going to be mainly a washout for most of the day. Lingering rain continuing on Sunday, but it's a lot more dry Sunday compared to Saturday. Now, the reason why is we got this high pressure across the area for now, but this begins to break down as this low pressure center along a cold front moves east. Now, it starts to collide with this air mass out here. This high pressure gets squished and it can't move as fast. So this front starts slowly moving farther and farther to the east. So quickly on our skycast, we've got sunshine today, 70s, gorgeous conditions. Tonight, clear skies, lows falling down into the 40s and 50s. Tomorrow, same story, lots of sun, stronger south wind, and highs in the upper 70s. And then as we head into Saturday, here comes those rain showers, initially dry, and then as we head throughout the day, moderate to heavier rainfall throughout the mid-afternoon. And so, your 7-day forecast following Saturday, we got breezy conditions, cooler conditions, high 62, and we climb back into the 70s as we head into the middle of next week. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The long-awaited NFL season begins.
With Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Thursday. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
A lot of folks looking forward to tonight's opening night of the NFL, and
I'm looking forward to it, too.
Boy, it's going to be a good one. And leading up to that, great weather, too.
Oh, yeah. How about that for the cherry on top, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe just, top 10 day of the year today. Nothing too major. Low humidity, lots of sun. Just great outdoor weather for the area today.
Tailgate, right?
Tailgate? Yeah, if you want tailgate, go right ahead. You got great weather for that. Again, it is a top 10 day of the year, and I know we've mentioned this before, but I'll say it again. We've definitely dished out more than 10 of these a year this year, but That's not a bad problem, is it? We've got quiet conditions early this morning. 50 in Rome, 45 in Hamilton, 41 up in Saranac Lake with some areas of fog. Matter of fact, our Skywatcher Bill and Old Forge reporting fog. So some of the fog is developing in the North Country and in the southern valleys, trying its best to form in the Mohawk Valley, especially out to the east, but still mainly quiet conditions. Sunshine in downtown Utica, quiet on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. So again, what to wear today? Well, grab that t-shirt, keep those sunglasses out too today with that wall-to-wall sunshine, maybe a light jacket or sweater early this morning that you can take off as the temperatures quickly climb. Following today, we got another fantastic day for your Friday, but as we approach the weekend, unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. We'll talk about when that rain arrives in that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. A tragic start to the new school.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back, guys. Time now is 6:13. We're starting out with a look at the Munson CommuteCast to help plan out your day heading to work this morning. First off, a live look at Oneonta, areas of fog in parts of the southern valleys. Heads up, you could encounter that, especially as you head up to the higher elevation. This is not quite sinking all the way down into the valley, but as you can see here, this is obstructing our camera, which is atop Hartwick College. And a live look at the Munson traffic tracker early this morning. We've got no accidents to report of, but back to that road closure information, just a heads up. First off, the exit ramp from Route 5 and 12 to Route 8 as you go onto Campion Road before the intersection. You mentioned yesterday it was going to be closed during 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. That road work is currently being delayed. We headed down there yesterday, and so far they're still doing work, but it's not closed at this point. So no closure just yet, but we'll let you know when it does take place. Regardless, heading across Utica, as you can see here, ramp still open. Across Utica to North Genesee Street in North Utica, you can see here that it's still a little bit on the delayed side. Roads are opening after being closed between 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. early today. So, but again, still expect some slowdowns, lane reductions, and flaggers still. But there's no more road closure here on North Genesee Street. And so today, temperatures starting out in the 40s and 50s with areas of patchy fog. A quiet start to the day and a quiet afternoon with high temperatures climbing as high as the mid to upper 70s. Gorgeous weather across the board today, and this will likely stick around for your Friday, but will it stick around for the weekend? We'll talk about that straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. It is back to school week, and Governor Hochul.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Thursday morning. Yet again, we've got another top 10 day across the region. It's going to be gorgeous from sunrise to sunset. Well, speaking of sunsets, last night we got to see a reddish sunset. This was not a picture officially from last night, but something similar with that wildfire smoke out in the distance. And I want to take a second to explain why the sunsets appear red. So here's what the sun normally looks like in the sky. There's a mix of wavelengths you can see here: blue, yellow, red, and normally as the light passes the atmosphere, some of it gets scattered, and the red light, at least at this point, as you head up to a normal day, the blue light gets scattered, which is why the sky is blue, and then following that, yellow light is not quite scattered at that point. So the sun appears slightly yellow, but still mainly colorless. As the sun begins to set, the light, or at least the light rays, pass through more particles in the atmosphere, which scatters more light, leaving just the red wavelength around, which is why the sunsets appear red, and why, for example, with the wildfire smoke in June of last year, the sun was red even during the daytime. So that's a quick science lesson for those of you ever wondering why the sunsets are red. Back to the forecast. Live look at downtown Utica right now. Gorgeous clear skies across the board. Temperatures sitting at 50 degrees with refreshing humidity. Dew points of 49. This has been a common trend the past few days, and certainly I'm enjoying it as well. The radar is quiet and dry and will remain dry for the rest of today and into Friday. Unfortunately, though, as much as I want to change the weather, can't quite do it for Saturday. Widespread rain arrives Saturday afternoon, and still some lingering showers for Sunday. So unfortunately, if you have Saturday plans, you might want to pack that umbrella. A bigger picture, we've got this high pressure in place right now. It begins to break down as we head into the weekend. Now, this high pressure is going to do one more thing before it leaves. Here comes that cold front. Now, normally this cold front will just sweep through fairly quickly, but it's going to move slow. This high pressure is condensed between this coastal low, so it can't quite move anywhere. This is going to cause a traffic jam in the atmosphere. And we can see this in our Skycast. Again, today, quiet conditions, sunshine, upper 70s. Tonight, clear skies, lows in the 50s. Sunshine for your Friday, warming up, and then here comes that cold front out to the west, and it will begin to slow down as it encounters that high pressure and can't quite move nearly as fast. All throughout the day Saturday, rain showers, potentially heavier at times, and then some lingering lake effect rain once that front moves through, and we'll see cooler temperatures for your Sunday. How cool? Well, 62 the high. Breezy Sunday, maybe light jacket weather, and then showers gradually tapering off as we head into Monday and eventually Tuesday of next week, with warmer temperatures inevitably arriving and back to nice conditions. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Our social media handles are right there.
2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Thursday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And you said gorgeous about 5 times there.
I feel like it's a word that's justified for this great weather.
It sure is, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to the weather today, and I wish I could enjoy it tomorrow, but I'll be flying away.
Oh, off to California on your holiday vacations. Too.
Yes, I'm excited for that too. Of course, meteorologist Samantha Wessing will be filling in as well as Joe Reel. So they'll get you covered, but again, I'll be gone until the 16th.
Give us updates. I know it's going to be an awesome trip.
Updates, in fact, if you want them, here's a look at how you can get them. Again, head to Northern California. You can follow my Facebook page, Eric Gage Weather. Facebook.com/Eric Gage Weather will take you right to the page. I'll be posting pictures throughout the entire trip. So those of you who want to see Northern California, or maybe if you want to go on a holiday vacations tour at some point, the folks here so far have been super kind, and I think I'm excited for my first ever holiday vacations trip. Around the state, temperatures in the 40s and 50s. 50 in Rome, 45 Hamilton. And the sun just starting to rise above the horizon, 40 in Saranac Lake with some fat patchy fog. Live look at downtown Utica, gorgeous blue skies. Again, I'm just loving the use of the word gorgeous today. And the radar is quiet and dry. Next 12 hours, heading into the rest of this afternoon, we'll see conditions favorable for t-shirt weather, 70s and sunshine, sunglasses weather too. And of course, on top of that, we'll see this stretch of weather continue for tomorrow, but will that stick around for the weekend? We'll talk about that in that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. 2 students and 2...
Welcome back to News Channel 2 at sunrise on this Thursday morning. We're taking a look at our photo of the day today, and this one we haven't quite shown for at least a few of the categories. For one, haven't shown a sunrise in quite some time, but also haven't quite shown the town of Oppenheim in a while, putting Oppenheim on the spotlight again. This is the photo that was titled God is Awesome. And as you can see here, almost looks spiritual with the fog out in the distance, the morning dew on the grass, the blue skies, and of course that beautiful morning sun out in the distance. Definitely makes you appreciate the beauty of central New York, but especially want to showcase the beauty of Oppenheim. So shout out to all of you watching from Oppenheim this morning. If you want to submit a photo like this one, send it to the link right there on top of your screen, wktv.com/weather/pics. Well, this morning, temperatures are starting out in the 40s and 50s. 47 Little Falls, 54 Whitesboro, and 46 degrees in Otter Lake. And we'll climb to as high as the upper 70s with another top 10 day expected. However, will this stick around for the weekend? We'll talk about that straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The Believe 271 Foundation.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. We've got yet again another top 10 day of the year on tap today. And matter of fact, a live look at downtown Utica right now, we can see the beautiful start to the day with gorgeous bluebird skies and that sunrise out in the distance. Some locations, of course, waking up to some fog. That fog will lift. Currently sitting at 50 degrees with refreshing levels of humidity. I am definitely enjoying this part of this week right here. Low humidity and just, again, top 10 weather material across the board. Current local temperatures across central New York, 50 Lake Pleasant, 47 Little Falls, 49 degrees in Westmoreland. To the south, 45 in Sherburne, 44 in Cooperstown, and 46 degrees in Oneonta. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. This has been a common sight the past few days. Nothing notable. Things are entirely dry and remains dry between now and as we head throughout Friday. However, as much as I wish we could keep Saturday dry, unfortunately the weather pattern favors rain. As a cold front moves through, widespread rain for your Saturday, and then lingering lake effect rain continuing for Sunday, but it's going to be cooler and a bit more breezy. So what's the mechanism for the weather the next few days? High pressure still in place. It begins to fall apart and weaken as we head into Friday. But notice here, we got this cold front moving through it. What it wants to do is speed through the area as quickly as possible. But it's encountering that traffic jam. That high pressure is sandwiched between that low pressure here. So this front can't quite move as fast as it wants to, meaning that instead of a quick shower Saturday, this will likely linger more than just a few hours. In fact, most of the late morning and early afternoon. But for now, sunshine, temperatures in the 70s. We're cooling down into the 60s and 50s, eventually 40s overnight tonight. By tomorrow, we're back into the 70s with a few more high-level cirrus clouds in the sky. And as we head into tomorrow night, that's when things turn a bit more unsettled. 6 a.m. tomorrow, or 6 a.m. Saturday, I should say, it's dry. However, as we head throughout the afternoon, here comes that rain, and it's moving slowly. Moderate to heavy rainfall at times, and this will continue for roughly most of the day. By 6, 7 o'clock, things will taper off, but then we could see some lingering lake effect rain following. And so your 7-day forecast, 70s next few days, low 70s Saturday, low 60s for Sunday. It's going to be a cool one. And then by Monday, we're back in the mid-60s with lingering rain showers, and then eventually 70s and sunshine returning for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The long-awaited NFL. This Eric Gage joining us now. And Eric, it feels a little like San Diego here lately, a broken record. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
I could get used to this. I wish the weather was like this all the time. Now, of course, we do need the rain occasionally, but yeah, you know, the sunshine, low humidity, you can't ask for better weather.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
Cloudless skies. Look behind us right now. In fact, looking downtown Old Forge. Completely cloudless skies, 70 degrees, but let's head throughout central New York. Eventually down to downtown Utica, 74, cloudless skies. Let's head down to Cooperstown, sitting at 70 degrees with gorgeous blue skies and quiet conditions. And finally, wrapping up all the way down in Oneonta, 70 and bluebird skies. It's a beautiful day out there today. Low humidity, the dew points in the upper 40s in Hamilton to mid 50s in Rome. So off of dew point standards, that's comfortable to refreshing. As we head into tomorrow, we'll see the dew points rise a little bit to the mid to upper 50s, which is noticeable humidity, but not too bad. But as you can see here, the radar right now is dry. It's expected to remain dry for the remainder of the day today and even into Friday itself. Next 12 hours, sunshine across the board, turning to clear skies tonight with lows falling down into the 50s, some spots 40s. We're tracking yet again another nice day tomorrow, but will that stick around for the weekend? I'll talk about that straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Brand new this noon.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Welcome back. Yet again, another gorgeous day across the area. Top 10 material, lots of blue skies, a view from across Central New York on the Mesnet Camera Network, as you can see here. Not too much to talk about, and that's a good thing. Lots of great weather for those of you to spend time outside today, even into tomorrow. Enjoy it, because that will change as we head into the weekend. A live look at downtown Utica right now. Blue skies, temperatures sitting at 72 degrees. Technically muggy, dew point of 55, but again, we're talking about 50-degree dew points. This is by summertime standards, very comfortable out right now, but this is top 10-day material right here. Friday, dry as well, but as we head into Saturday, this is when things get a bit more unsettled and a bit more rainy. Again, I wish we could keep this stretch going into the weekend, but Mother Nature has different plans in store for us locally. So that weekend forecast, it's a rainy one for your Saturday. Not too much of breaks in between the rain showers. Sunday, a bit more breaks, but we're going to be seeing lake effect rain showers. So some locations will see sunshine, other locations steady rainfall. The thought is that those rain bands will set up primarily north following the morning. But the one thing, though, it's going to be breezy and a high of 62. And that's the peak. Most of the day will be spent in the 50s. So those of you have any outdoor plans, definitely dress accordingly on Sunday. And so, high pressure firmly in place today and tomorrow. But as we head into Saturday, that high pressure breaks down. Now, normally in a setup like this cold front sweeps through. We got a rainy start to Saturday, and then things dry out. But this cold front is running into this high pressure, which is sandwiched in between this low pressure. Traffic jam taking place in the atmosphere. And what this is going to do is this is going to slow down that front enough to produce rain showers for pretty much most of the day Saturday. And in our skycast, as you can see here, today it's dry. It's sunny, temperatures in the 70s, great outdoor weather today. Tonight, clear skies. Lows falling down into the low 50s, upper 40s. Tomorrow, a few more passing high-level cirrus clouds will be thin and wispy way up in the sky, but most of the clouds will actually stay outside of our area until the overnight hours. And then by Saturday, this is when that front rolls through, and this rain can be heavy at times, but not extreme. Matter of fact, we're not talking about anything regarding flood risks with this. The ground is relatively dry enough for most of us at this point that any rain that we do see will be a good soaking rain, between a half an inch to maybe an inch of total rainfall. And then following that, we do dry out for the most part as we get into Saturday, or Sunday, I should say, and then some locations still seeing steady rainfall later on Sunday evening. And so your 7-day forecast, summer-like weather today, 70s, sunshine, same thing for Friday. Heading into the weekend, it's 71, barely, and then we're back into the 60s by Sunday. It's going to be a cool and breezy one. But then we'll climb quickly back into the 70s again by Tuesday and Wednesday. So it's a short stint in mid-fall-like weather, Gary.
Eric, thank you. We received an meteorologist, Eric Gage, joining us now. And Eric, getting ready to hit the road. Tomorrow you leave for California, right?
Yes, that's right. I'm leaving tomorrow morning, bright and early, and I'll be gone for about a week or so. So I'm going to miss the nice weather here today, but I figured I would leave you guys with one more nice day tomorrow.
Well, thank you.
I wish I could keep it for the weekend, but, you know, I guess Mother Nature has other plans. But
so your holiday vacations, if folks don't know, you'll actually be posting some photos while you're out there, right?
Yes, that's right. As a matter of fact, if you want to be updated on any of the latest adventures that I'll be on, in fact, you can take a look right here. You can follow my Facebook page, Eric Gage Weather, facebook.com/Eric Gage Weather for any updates. On the trip, we'll be going across Northern California from San Francisco to Napa Valley, to Yosemite, to eventually Monterey Bay, and then back up north again. So again, if you want to follow updates, you can follow that page right there. Well, again, it's a beautiful day out there right now. Temperature is 71 in Cooperstown. A lot of folks out there enjoying the 10 out of 10 weather out there today. And even with the temperatures in the 70s, The humidity is also low, dew points in the 40s and 50s, so it's a very comfortable 71 degrees out there right now. Radar, of course, is quiet and dry, a common sight over the past few days, and so will remain dry for the remainder of today and into tomorrow. But yet again, as we're talking about the weather as we approach the weekend and Saturday and Sunday, looking a bit more unsettled. But let's talk about the weather for now. We got 70s and sunshine today, clear skies tonight, lows falling down into the 40s and 50s. We'll talk about that weekend forecast in detail straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. We have learned it was
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Happy Thursday, everyone. We're still tracking top 10-day weather across the region. We got gorgeous blue skies. Take a live look in Oneonta right now. And temperature sitting at 72 degrees. In other locations, for example, downtown Utica, sitting in the 70s at this point. Officially at Griffiths Rome, it's 72. On the muggy side, humidity at 55, at least with the dew point at 55. But even though it is technically muggy, by summertime standards, yes, it's still summer, even though it's September, it is looking relatively on the comfortable side. Now, it's dry today, lots of sunshine, and that dryness will continue throughout the day tomorrow as well. But rain chances will start to increase. Matter of fact, likely almost certain rain chances arrive on Saturday from an approaching cold front. Now, following that cold front, we'll see conditions a little bit less widespread for rainfall on Sunday as some lingering lake effect rain takes place. And so your weekend forecast, 71 the high Saturday, barely 71. Most of the day will be in the 60s. And then after those rain showers push through Saturday, Sunday, a mix of sunshine and lake effect rain. That lake effect rain will primarily stay north of the area, but initially during the day, it'll start out south where that wind direction shifts. The main thing here, though, is a high of 62 Sunday. Again, that's the high. Most of the day will be spent in the 50s. So along with breezy conditions, definitely budget to wear something a bit more warm if you're having any plans during Sunday afternoon. Larger scale picture, high pressure firmly in place across the Northeast, but although that is keeping things quiet and dry for now, it's going to be what's causing the weather to be rainy all day long on Saturday. The reason why is high pressure, again, still in place in the eastern part of the area Saturday morning. Now, normally this cold front will move through, produce some rain showers in the morning and then exit, but it's sandwiched between another low pressure out in the Atlantic. What that's going to do is it's going to cause a traffic jam of rain showers here locally for Saturday, and that rain will pretty much linger for most of the day. And so, on our Skycast, sunshine today. It's gorgeous top 10-day weather across the board. Tonight, lows fall down into the 50s and 40s with clear skies. And then for tomorrow, you can expect another beautiful day. A few passing high-level cirrus clouds, but most of the day is, in fact, the entire day is going to be entirely dry. Things turn unsettled as we head into Saturday. Notice here, early Saturday morning, it's cloudy, but it's dry. Temperatures starting out in the 60s. And here comes that rain. It lasts for a good chunk of the day. And notice the yellows indicating moderate to heavy rainfall. This is not going to cause any flooding, but it's a good soaking rain after several days of a lack of rainfall. And so projected rainfall, ½ inch to 1 inch of total rain across the board. Nothing major, but it's going to be a rainy one for your Saturday and a breezy and cool one for your Sunday. But for now, let's enjoy the sunshine and 70s summer conditions. And although, again, it does cool down during the weekend, that's temporary. We're back into the 70s. Summer-like conditions return Tuesday and Wednesday of next week with sunshine. Gary?
Eric, thanks. News Talk this noon.
Let's get you over to the Weather Center with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Another lovely day. It was warm out there. We almost hit 80 degrees. We're sitting at 78, and the dew point is up. It's up to 59, so it does feel a little bit less comfortable compared to the past couple of days. It feels like temperature of 79. Again, feeling very much like late summer here in central New York. A live look at the Yorkville Battery. Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It is dry. As we look at our weather headlines, we've got another warm day in store tomorrow. Maybe a little bit less sunshine, but still really nice. It is trending wetter to start the weekend. We're going to be tracking some rain for Saturday and a very fall-like finish with much cooler temperatures expected Sunday. This evening, a really lovely evening. Temperatures in the 70s, mostly sunny skies. Again, tracking some changes in our weather as we head into the weekend. Look at the forecast that's coming up. Kristen, back to you.
Rain or shine on Saturday.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Very warm afternoon in central New York. Temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, along with plenty of sunshine. Let's take a live look in downtown Utica, and we are looking at lots of sunshine. You might notice just a very light haze, still detecting some very light wildfire smoke from the west that has found its way to the east, but it's not affecting air quality. It should be a really nice sunset this evening. Looking ahead to Honor America Days, we are tracking some rain on Saturday. It looks like the rain arrives in the late morning to early afternoon. The timetable is up a little bit. A cooler day, temperatures in the 60s. And then for fireworks later in the day, there will be some lingering showers with temperatures in the 50s. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, it is looking dry across the region this evening. Very warm, lots of places, almost 80 degrees. Westmoreland 79, 82 in Westernville, Otter Lake 72, Sherburne 79, Cooperstown with 77, and Oneonta with 73. We've got high pressure that continues to drive our weather, but we look to the west and we are tracking a cold front that will be arriving by Saturday, and that's going to be bringing us some big changes in the weather. Tonight, clear skies, overnight lows in the low 50s, a comfortable night. Tomorrow, another beautiful day with lots of sunshine and a very warm afternoon with temperatures close to 80 degrees. Just a few high clouds working in late in the day. Tomorrow night, clouds slowly thicken up. Overnight lows drop into the low 60s. And then Saturday morning, for many of us, we start out dry, but the rain does arrive in the late morning or early afternoon. And again, the timing has come up a little bit here. So it is trending faster. Temperatures start out in the 60s and then just kind of a gloomy afternoon. Those showers do come to an end later in the day. Big push of cooler weather arrives on Sunday. A big dip in the jet stream is going to bring a kind of a cool Sunday here, but this is going to lift out pretty quickly as we head into early next week. Clear skies tonight, a low of 54. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, warmer, 78. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Cloud showers Saturday, 66. Breezy Sunday, 62. Into the upper 60s Monday. And it does warm up. We're looking at lots of sunshine. Temperatures in the mid 70s. Looking ahead to Tuesday and Wednesday. We might be close to 80 again as we look ahead to Thursday. September is always that like transition month where we're getting a little bit of early fall and late summer kind of splashed together.
Right. So one person wants lemonade when the other person wants apple cider.
Yeah,
it's
that's
very
right.
difficult. Bill, thank you.
Well, after 36 years, let's get you back to Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Thinking about ice cream tonight with the warm weather? Well, it's a good night for that. It's going to cool off this evening, but you'll still need to eat the ice cream a little bit quicker. There will be some decent melting as temperatures stay in the 70s. But yeah, it does look like a really nice evening to get out and enjoy. A reminder, our sunset time is just before 7:30 these days. The days are getting shorter. Another warm day tomorrow, 78 for the high. It turns much cooler heading into the weekend. We're into the low to mid 60s Saturday and Sunday with some wet weather around. But the weather does look to warm up again, especially as we head into the middle of next week. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's nice and dry. Heading out this evening, the weather looks great. Temperatures will be in the 70s. Tonight's featured dog, Miles from West Winfield. Again, a nice evening to walk the dog, especially Miles. This is brought to you by Nye Automotive Group. We're tracking some wet weather over the weekend. A look at the forecasts coming up. Back over to you.
I think Miles wants ice cream.
Looks like it. Make a
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. A lovely day today. Lots of sunshine. It was warm. Temperatures almost hit 80 degrees. Live looking Cooperstown, 76 with the flag very lightly moving around with just a light wind. We are looking at the weather to stay warm here over the next couple of days. Fall foliage report, first one of the season. We do have some color. I know a lot of you noticing the leaves starting to change. It's happening everywhere. We saw that in August. But in terms of any meaningful color, we're still a couple more weeks out. Everything seems to be on track for an average changeover. It's usually in late September in the higher elevations and into mid-October across most of the Mohawk Valley. But again, we'll keep an eye on that. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It is looking dry across the region. Sky watchers, our neighbors checking in with the temperature. Again, a warm day today. Whitesboro 78 degrees, West Leiden 72, Forestport 75, Barneveld 76. Norway 72, Old Forge 69, and Inlet, Eric with 72, Worcester 76, and Devon Hardwick with 73. And a lot of our sky watchers really enjoying today with very comfortable temperatures. So we look at the bigger picture. We have high pressure that's been in control of our weather. It's given us a really nice week with lots of sunshine. This system is going to move to the east, and a cold front will eventually replace it. But that won't happen until Saturday. So we get another nice and warm day tomorrow, and then things will change. Once that front moves in, clouds, showers, and much cooler weather as we get into the weekend. Tonight, clear skies, overnight lows drop down into the low 50s. Beautiful Friday, sunshine. Temperatures climb into the mid to upper 70s. The weather starts to cloud up Friday night, and I think we start out Saturday morning dry, but not for long. Cold front moves in from the west. The timing of this has come quicker compared to some of the data earlier. So it does look like at least half of Saturday looks wet and cooler too, with high temperatures in the 60s. Some cooler weather arrives on Sunday with highs only in the low 60s. You got this big drop in the jet stream expected Sunday, but it doesn't last for very long. This is going to lift to the north, and it does warm up next week. Clear tonight, low 54. Beautiful day tomorrow. Temperatures close to 80 degrees, and it does turn a little bit more humid in the afternoon. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Rain Saturday, 66, breezy. Couple of showers on Sunday, mainly north of the Mohawk Valley. Yeah, we're talking about some lake effect rain showers there. 62. We're into the upper 60s Monday, and we warm up. Lots of sunshine, another nice weather pattern early next week with high temperatures in the 70s, close to 80 by Thursday. We'll be right back.
Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Beautiful day today, lots of sunshine and warm. Our temperature currently 77 degrees. It feels like 79 though with higher humidity. Dew point up to 58. Not as humid as it would be in, say, July or early August, but it is noticeably more humid than the last couple of days. So live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet. It's going to remain dry and sunny as we head into this evening as well as tomorrow. Another warm day tomorrow. Temperatures close to 80. Things change for the weekend. Rain on the way for Saturday, along with some cooler temperatures and a very fall-like finish to the weekend. This evening, temperatures in the 70s, very pleasant. Enjoy it. The sunset just before 7:30 these days. We are tracking our next chance of rain as we head into the weekend. And look at the forecasts coming up. Kristen, back to you.
Rain or shine on.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Another gorgeous day today, warm, sunny. Temperatures in downtown Utica, 76. It has been a lovely week, one of the nicest weeks we've had in quite a while. Let's take a live look in downtown Utica. The sunset is going to be just before 7:30, so you have plenty of time still to get out and enjoy a very lovely evening. Things are going to change just in time for the weekend. With Honor America Days this Saturday, it does look like we're going to be dealing with some rain. I think we start out the day dry, and then the rain arrives in the late morning to early afternoon. Temperatures look to be in the 60s for the morning time, and then it does cool off into the 50s Saturday evening with showers lingering around. But again, until we get to Saturday, the weather stays pretty nice. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, dry. Sky watchers are checking in with temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. Whitesboro Kirsten with 78 degrees, Bob and Clinton 77, Lyman and Eaton 76, West Leiden 72. Fairfield, Sandy 77, Norway 72, Inlet 72 degrees, Mark and Milford 72, Paynes Hollow 78, and 75 degrees in Edmonston. Things stay dry for now. The weather will eventually change. We're tracking a cold front moving in from the west. That is going to arrive Saturday. It brings with it rain, along with a big drop in the temperature. Tonight, clear skies, overnight lows in the 50s. You can turn off the air conditioner, open up the windows, air out the house. Another comfortable start to the day for Friday. Temperatures start out in the 50s. Beautiful afternoon, mostly sunny skies. A few high clouds arrive late in the day. Otherwise, dry, warm, sunny. Temperatures in the upper 70s. The clouds start to thicken up Friday night, and we start out Saturday morning overcast with temperatures in the upper 60s. I think most of us start out Saturday dry, but the rain does arrive in the late morning and early afternoon from west to east. And I do think most of Saturday is trending wet, close to a washout, especially in the afternoon and early evening with high temperatures in the 60s. Much cooler weather arrives for Sunday. The jet stream taking a dive to the south. We call this weather pattern a trough. This is going to bring some cooler weather to our area on Sunday. It doesn't last for very long. There's some movement to the jet stream, so this is going to lift pretty quickly. We'll see a warming trend next week. Clear skies tonight, low of 54. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. Temperatures in the upper 70s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Showers on Saturday, 66. A few showers on Sunday. Some lake effect rain showers, especially north. Breezy, 62. Monday, the chance of a shower, 68. Looks like nice weather again as we look ahead to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. And it does warm up, so don't put away the air conditioner just yet. Might be a little too soon to do that. We can still get some warm days in mid to late September.
And that Saturday, rain a little bit later. We maybe squeeze in the parade in the morning, or still up in the air?
It's going to be a really close call. I think probably part of the parade does look wet. So
Rain or shine, it's happening.
It's
rain
happening.
the umbrella, yeah.
All right, thanks, Bill. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6. Time now for our first look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. Gorgeous night out there. This is a very cool picture. Like, I just looked at it at a glance and said, oh, a nice evening, until you really look at it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on here. So we've got the waxing crescent moon.
Mm-hmm.
We have Venus.
Yes.
Right across the way. And then this is more than clouds. This is actually a very thin layer of wildfire smoke seen as it's lower in the atmosphere. As we're looking across the horizon, we see more atmospheres. The atmosphere is a little bit thicker from our vantage point. And that's why we get
Canada.
A little bit more of it. And yeah, we can blame Canada again, along with the western U.S. too. This picture from Martha Strignano. We definitely appreciate those photos. As we look at the weather this evening, it is looking quiet. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The weather is expected to stay dry here as we head into tonight. Temperatures are cooling off. We are sitting at a temperature at Griffiths and Rome of 60 degrees, clear skies with just a light wind. So it was a little bit warmer at this time compared to the last couple of nights. We'll make it to near 80 tomorrow before the weather cools off as we head into the weekend. Tonight, overnight lows are expected to drop into the low 50s, so you can open up the windows and cool off the house. I've got to look at a wet weekend ahead. Look at the forecasts coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Corrections officer.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. Welcome back. We're taking a live look in downtown Utica. A very comfortable night tonight. Clear skies, a temperature of 62 degrees. The weather does change for the weekend. The nice weather that we've been experiencing most of the week doesn't last into Saturday, unfortunately. For those of you going to Honor America Days for the parade, we do expect to see some rain showers develop in the morning, temperatures in the 60s. By evening time, fireworks would be cooler, breezy, temperatures in the mid-50s. With fall season upon us, we're kicking off very shortly. We're going to take a look at the fall foliage report. And we are getting a lot of color, at least early leaves changing. In fact, that's been the case for the past couple of weeks. But in terms of any meaningful color, anything significant, not yet. We still have a few more weeks to go before the leaves start to change. We're expecting peak color to arrive on schedule this year, which ranges from late September in the Adirondacks to the middle of October across the lower elevations. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It looks pretty quiet out there. Temperature is near 60 degrees at Griffiths and Rome, already down to 48 in Saranac Lake. The next weather maker approaches from the west. This is a cold front. This will be our weather for Saturday. It's going to take its time getting here. It'll take another day, day and a half before it arrives. Tonight, clear skies, overnight lows in the low 50s. We start out tomorrow morning with sunshine, a beautiful day. A couple of high clouds around, 77 at 1 p.m. in Utica. We're close to 80 for the high. Clouds will thicken up tomorrow night. It looks to be a warmer night. Probably a good night to run the air conditioner. Saturday morning starts out cloudy, dreary. That rain moves in pretty quickly. Looking at high temperatures in the low to mid 60s with rain continuing for about half the day before some cooler weather, drier weather works in for Sunday. Big trough moving in, a big dip in the jet stream will keep us cool on Sunday, but it does look to work its way to the north and east later in the week. So we do start out the week on a cooler note, but then we do warm up. Clear tonight, 54 for the overnight low. Sunshine, a warm day tomorrow, a high of 78. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Rain Saturday, showers Sunday in the 60s this weekend. It's breezy on Sunday. Upper 60s Monday, the chance of a shower, and the weather looks nice and warm as we get into next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Sunshine, highs in the upper 70s. We'll be right back.